everybody, I'm back again today with another makeup look. No, I'm not in front of the camera, but this is my husband Chuck. We are doing a Joker Riddler face look for Halloween on his face today.
Oh my dude!
Yes, he really is that silly in real life and all the time. It's not something he's just doing for the camera. So I take my jumbo milk pencil and draw a line straight down the middle of his face. As you could tell, he wondered what in the world I was doing. So then I take a white grease paint on just a flat foundation brush and I begin to apply it all over his face. Well, half of his face, because you know it's the Riddler side, the Joker side. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not all here this morning. I'm very, very sick, very congested, and coughing a lot. So I'm trying to make it through it. Anyway, I wanted to do the texture from the Heath Ledger inspired Joker, but he's got so much facial hair with his goatee and all that that I did not want to pull a whole bunch of that off with liquid latex, because you could use liquid latex and face tissue and create that same kind of texture if you wanted to. Totally up to you. We opted not to, but we're still doing the whole kind of Heath Ledger inspired Joker, because he's whenever I think of the Joker, that's the Joker that I think of, is the Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight Rises. So it's a really simple look. All you're going to do is apply white grease paint all over your face like I'm doing on Chuck here. And I mean, I cover everything. His goatee and everything. And he's trying to figure out what in the world exactly I'm doing. He's not exactly sure. I mean, he knew the look, but he didn't know how the grease paint would fill on his look. And for him to sit down and do this look for us is huge. So I know the quality's not great. I know, trust me, I know. But for him to even let me do this, y'all are lucky. This is a rare treat for him to let me put any makeup on his face. Now, after I get the white foundation laid down, the white color laid down, I then take my black NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, and I simply outline the shape of the smile that Heath Ledger inspired Joker has. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go with this smile yet, but you'll see, it'll get there. But I do that, and then I go back for some red to create that smile, because if you guys have seen The Dark Knight, you know that it's very much a creepy look. I take that same foundation brush that I applied the white grease paint with. I wipe it off really well, let it dry for a little bit, and then I go in with a red grease paint, just any red, and I start painting it into that outline that I created. And this does not go well the first time, but I left it on here so you guys can see how to fix it if you mess up. And as you know, Heath Ledger's Joker did not have like very straight cut lines. It wasn't neat. It wasn't a very neat smile. So I took and made sure that we did the same. We copied the same kind of messy look to our Joker to make it look more like his in The Dark Knight Rises. And I keep messing with it, and I put some more white on, and I go back and I put some more red on, and I go back and put some more white. You'll see. It gets very interesting here in a little bit. And I got frustrated. I couldn't get it to work. And that's Abby. That's our boxer, Abby, saying hi to her daddy. She got to say hi to daddy all the time, because she loves her daddy. Now I take the black grease paint, and you just go all around the eye socket and darken that in. If Chuck would have let me do it, I would have taken a black eyeshadow and set that, which is what you're going to want to do. Take just a plain black eyeshadow and go all the way around it. You don't want it to have any shimmer at all. excuse me, and to set the white grease paint, you take a white translucent powder and set that all on that white. Then you would go in with the, after you've outlined and colored in the red, you set the white. I would set the red, the smile, after you get it perfected, also set it with a red eyeshadow as well. You just want this because the grease paints tend to be a little more runny with the heat of your skin, your body heat. Runny's not the word. They tend to melt. I don't know. Anyway, they tend to fade over the course of the time, over the course of the day. From the body heat and everything, the color starts to fade and it starts to break apart and all that sort of stuff. Yes, Chuck is truly that silly. Anyway, you take, you can see I darkened in that red line and it became a thick stripe, and I'm not happy with that stripe, and that's what we're talking about. I just simply take a makeup wipe, which is how you remove grease paint. I take a makeup wipe and go over that red, and then I'm going to go over the bottom. I did it at the top. Now I'm going to go over the bottom, and I'm going to get it situated the way that I think Heath Ledger would have worn that Joker grin. And then I'm going to go back over with white grease paint and reset that look. Well, not reset that look. Fix my mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say. Fix my mistakes. And I was using that foundation brush and it was messing up, so I just took a wedge makeup sponge and used it, and then I finally give up and I'm just like, forget it, I'm just going to use my fingers, because your fingers, if you can use your fingers, because they will allow the body heat from your body heat to help them blend easier, but then it's already starting to break down the product as well, so be very careful. Always set your grease paints with a powder of some sort to help them last longer, to help them last longer. I'm so sick I can't think of the words that I want to say. So after I get all of the white grease paint back on like I want it, I keep blending, because let's be honest, that Joker in The Dark Knight Rises was not. I love that Joker. He's my Joker. I absolutely love that Joker. And as you can tell, Chuck's trying to be silly. He's always silly. I blend the white, and then I would take and wipe my fingers off and go back on the red, and then wipe my fingers off and then go back on the white, because I'm trying to duplicate that grin look, that kind of haphazard kind of face paint of mask that was in The Dark Knight Rises. So I'm happy with that look. So we're switching sides. I take a flat foundation brush. I switched brushes, and I'm outlining, around Chuck's eye and towards the back. You can't really see it because we didn't get the camera angle right, but I outline around his eye and out off back to his temple. That's all one outline for a mask, and I did it in black grease paint. And then I'm going to take and just simply fill that in with a purple, because the Riddler, just like the original Joker, is green and black and purple, or green and black. I think he's got some purple in one of the movies. I'm not 100% sure. But I threw in some purple because it was my interpretation of the Riddler. And all I did was, where I had outlined, I took that same flat foundation brush. It's more like a concealer brush. And I applied purple grease paint to that specific area. And you'll see it in just a second. Again, I apologize. The camera angle is not the best. And there it is, that purple grease paint for his mask. And I just wanted to do a mask for the Riddler in purple, to give it a little bit of a different look than the Joker. I could have done it in black, but I was afraid it would look too much. Sorry, guys. I was afraid it would look too much like the Joker. So that's what I did. I then took a makeup wedge sponge and began placing and patting in green grease paint, but you could not see it at all. And there's green on his face. It's just not coming off very dark. And it started to make me mad, so I give up in a minute and use my fingers and apply green grease paint all over his face. So I take that green grease paint and apply it very, very, very thick all over his face because I want it to be a pop of green like the Riddler. This is such an easy look. I then go back and re-outline that purple mask with black again. And then when I get done with that, I'm going to draw question marks all over, well, in two places on his face. You can do big ones or little ones. We looked at the Jim Carrey Riddler from when Jim Carrey was the Riddler in a Batman movie, and he had question marks all over his whole bodysuit. So we took that and interpreted it and made it into our Riddler. But this is our complete and total look. I do hope you like it. Please remember, always set your grease paints. Even on this green one, you could set it with a white or very, very translucent sheer setting powder, so that way it doesn't fade or anything throughout the course of the day. But there you go, guys. It's completely and totally done. I do hope you enjoy this look. I enjoyed having Chuck sit down and let me recreate this look for you. And there it is. Thank you. Have a great day. Love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.